What is up, Chooms, and welcome back to the Raggedy Pack. Today, we're going to be watching episode 7 of Cyberpunk Edgerunners. In the last episode, very spicy episode, we had some unfortunate losses, and the members of the gang has shrunk down quite a bit. Last episode was fucking amazing. Honestly, probably my favorite episode so far. Editing it just a few days ago, it was, God, there's so much good shit. There's so many like little details, and I just loved it. From like the art direction to the sound design, it was really good.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I really don't know where we're left at. We're left with the episode ended off with us pretty much having a traumatized D after the events that happened. He watched his friend blow up in slow motion, which honestly really fucked up shit to see.
Yeah.
And yeah,
he's like, I've kind of realized this. He's kind of like the Flash, and like he sees everything slower because of his cybernetics.
Yeah.
What do we call those again in this world?
Cyberware.
Cyberware, yeah.
Implants, cyberware,
same thing, yeah. So yeah, he sees everything like that slower. So it's not even really just the big guy whose name's slipping my mind right now. I know it's something like Badass. Main. It's not just him, but he probably saw the crazy guy with the gold hands get shot too in slow-mo, and it's like, I don't know. I feel like that definitely adds to his trauma even more than it already would.
I'm wondering if that, like, on top of him overusing the Send of Aston is like potentially slowly pushing him closer to like just going completely cyber psycho.
I could see it.
I don't know. Yeah. But really, I don't know. In terms of what we have left, we have Rebecca and Lucy still alive. I just don't know what they're gonna do with the story at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it becomes like D basically kind of making his own gang and seeking vengeance, or something else entirely. I'm really not too sure. Something interesting I noticed while editing, during Main's cyberpsychosis, when he was shooting there were times when he was shooting at figures like that were kind of masked up. They were just like black shadows, but there were other times where he was shooting and he was seeing Faraday. So I don't know if that was kind of hinting or leading to Faraday being set up as an antagonist, but because besides just Arasaka as a whole, we don't really have like a central antagonist at this point.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming something big, I feel like, is going to happen this episode to basically set up the tail end of this show. And I'm really wondering what that might be.
I feel like, and this might be a hot take, but I feel like the main antagonist of the show could wind up being just himself.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he is a kid, and like really, he's faced a lot of trauma from his mom to his friends. He really just doesn't know what he's doing at this point. The main thing, his main anchor is Lucy, and that, like, even then, that like relationship is, I don't want to say it's kind of shoddy, but like, things progress between them pretty quick, and I imagine it can fall apart pretty quick. And then after that, what's he left with? Nothing.
Right.
But that's pretty much the main concrete goal he has left, I guess, at this point, is taking Lucy to the moon.
Oh, that's easy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just hop on
he can stand of Aston into the rocket ship.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah. I really am wondering what's going to happen next. The only thing I can think of is like, we have the idea of like Arasaka is always watching. So maybe in the post discussion of last episode, I was kind of thinking they kind of got off without much worry, since literally that entire like building there and blew up from the gas canister's main setup. But potentially maybe there was something Arasaka could use to basically ID and come after the rest of the gang. But yeah,
Well,
I just don't know.
I'm finna find out.
I'm really looking forward to finding out because this show has been fucking amazing.
Let's rock and roll. I'm excited. We haven't watched this in a couple weeks, I want to say.
Yeah.
So
it's definitely been a few weeks.
Been missing out.
Yeah. All right. Before we get into it, if you like our content, consider dropping a like and subscribing. It really does mean a lot and it helps out the channel. Check out other videos. We also have a Patreon for exclusive access to full-length reactions and early access of of some series, including this one. Social in the description as well. TikTok and Instagram. We've been posting on those recently, posting shorts, reels, whatever you want to call them. And check out our Discord if you want to talk about the show with us. But with that being said, let's get into it.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Oh, know her.
No way! What Kako's bitch, right? Newbie boob she stuck us with. Heard your David.
So it's looking like we jumped forward a bit.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Hear that? You actually have fans now. Probably 'cause
He's
you're
looking
all
pretty different.
Oh my.
He has a lot more cyberware.
Yeah, got a Lexington. Doesn't cut it. Dent maelstrom metal.
His voice is also like a bit deeper.
Seriously, Chum? A Satara?
So I'm wondering if this is like just a few years or some amount of time in the future, and this is D's like new gang.
Yeah.
Just remember to stay behind me. You mean you want me to take rear? Hey, I ain't no new.
This guy is really antsy. I feel like he's not gonna last.
We're about a minute out now.
Yo, that sounds like Crane from Dying Light. I don't know if you've played that game or not.
I have not, so I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm wondering if that was Falco. We only saw him in the last episode when he punched out Maine. But I guess he got out free. I assumed anyone who was in that room like also died along with Maine, like Mimi as well. Was it Kiwi or Mimi? I keep getting like
I want to say Kiwi.
Kiwi, okay.
That sounds more familiar, but I really don't remember names because of how long we haven't watched.
I think it is Kiwi, but like I think I was also making the mistake of calling her Mimi a bunch of times. So based off how the show's kind of been handling things, they've been doing a lot of like showing like a jump forward in time and like kind of filling in the blank.
Yeah.
Like in the first half of the episode. So I'm wondering if we're going to see how D put this gang together and also what his goals are.
Got a small army on our hands. Heaps of iron.
Kiwi's still alive, okay.
Multiples.
Agreed.
I wonder if he has Maine's knuckles too.
Get to it.
Hey, wait!
Where's the homie Lucy?
Yeah, where is Lucy at?
Better start talking now, scumbag.
I feel like we're about to see V just go ham.
You better stop before I do the same.
Done. Not a millisecond to spare, Mr. Plan C.
Everybody, goddamn.
Oh.
Hold up.
Oh.
Those are definitely Maine's arms.
Damn, we missed a few.
Oh, I love her, dude.
Yeah, I fucking little murder gremlin, bro. I love it.
Please, Kiwi. Please, Kiwi.
Yo, the fuck? Is that human?
Oh, he wants a one-on-one.
Bro, he is jacked.
Yeah, I don't know if this is just a jump forward in time or if this is just all the cyberware. It made him just jacked.
It's probably a little bit of both.
Probably. Oh, does he have the Sand of a Stone too? No. Actually, I'm not sure.
He's got something.
No thanks, Chum. I know how to fly just fine.
Oh.
Oh. He definitely reacted pretty fast while he was using the Sand of the Stone.
All friendlies.
Roger, roger. Yo,
Droid?
wait, Julio. Watch out for...
Well,
Well,
goddamn. There goes the rookie.
That was fun.
Wakako there?
You safely secured the target.
Wakako.
Our client will be
That was a fixer from the game. She was in like in the Chinatown area.
Yes, most
I remember now.
impressive. True. The rumors of you prove true.
So she's taken up Pilar's party tricks.
Dependable wheelmen are hard to find.
Oh, not sure about that. Gathered yourself quite the fan.
I love his accent.
Oh, Leo, you mean?
Straight out of Red
That
Dead.
goose was bluffing the moment we met.
Not without the city's primus runner.
Both know you don't mean me. Where is she?
Yeah, where is she, bro?
Been asking her?
Not anymore. Kinda gave up trying.
No.
Never pegged her as the type to get all shook up.
Yo, yo, yo! David, five on base!
Oh my god.
Keeping you up the dance floor. Yo, it ain't right to badmouth the dead. It's not my bro's fault he got zeroed by some bare dick psycho. I want abs, chip.
Will do.
I think Rebecca's got like some new hands too.
Yeah.
It's like feel better in metal than in my own
Considering
skin.
he's doing all this after everything that happened with Maine is really surprising.
Yeah.
Must just be special, I guess.
Makes you Adam Smasher 2.0 Joe.
Hold up.
Adam who?
Christ. All this time and you're still
That's a
fucking
familiar
fool.
name.
Fought,
Given that we
covered,
saw
to others,
Rogue,
a
it makes
fully
sense.
formed boogeyman, a
Yeah.
walking nightmare.
An urban myth, that's all.
Hmm?
Kiwi.
A little bit more than that.
I believe this is the first we've met, Mr. Martinez.
It definitely is
Not
his
exactly.
voice.
Saw you swing
It's so
by once to
surprising.
talk to Maine.
Mm.
Indeed. Well, it's a pleasure. Familiarity muddies the mind, leads to ruin. I hear
Man,
you're
don't
also
show
a
that.
team builder. First, prove you're worth my time.
Interesting. So this is
Ass.
gonna reintroduce Lucy. a lot beefier ass or chromier ass.
Chromier.
You
Please,
around.
David. I just need a little more time.
More time for
Of
what?
course, no problem.
Okay. So they've still been together. She's just been staying at home.
Those stars.
Mm-hmm.
Can't get a view like this in the city.
Might not remember.
Hmm?
Said once you and I were worlds apart.
Yeah.
What'd you mean by that? Rather not say.
He's
I'd
digging.
rather not hear.
He's
It's
trying
just-
to at least.
I'd like to know more about you.
We'll serve the world's most powerful megacorp one day.
That explains why she's so
That dream
good.
got us through
Mhm.
the toughest days, the toughest training. I ran and ran, heard shots, my friends' screams, but I never looked back.
It's kind of eerie.
Yeah.
Your hand.
It's nothing. It'll be fine.
Hold
in a
up,
sec.
don't tell me now.
Haven't changed, have you? Still chasing someone else's dream.
Yes, I managed to retrieve most
What was
of the
that?
data.
What?
What just happened?
I'll be honest. I have no idea.
Okay.
Something is going on with Lucy.
Well, I guess what I'm thinking after that is maybe there is another one of like her group that survived.
Okay.
And like maybe they're working with Arasaka, or maybe they're working with Giancarlo Esposito, whatever his character name is.
Mhm.
And they want that data that Lucy hacked. So the one thing I thought when she leaned in for the hug was that port where David put in that stick
Mhm.
from
You think he? Okay.
maybe.
And
that
that
could
basically
be,
just like infected her or something, or
Yeah.
caused her to do what happened at the end.
maybe
Okay.
that might be totally incorrect, but
Mhm.
other than that, that might have, maybe she just detected something. They mentioned something about the ice.
Yeah.
So,
So whenever like Cyberpunk, both the game and the show, they kind of go into the realm of like the idea of cyberspace and the net, um, it becomes a lot more. It becomes very like difficult to kind of grasp and understand because it's I'm trying to think of the term here. It's complex. It's
over my head.
yeah. I mean even if like you understand shit about like computers and stuff, it's still pretty hard to grasp conceptually. So I was just trying to fucking focus the whole time,
Yeah.
so I really wasn't talking much.
It's
But
really confusing. Like the show,
it is very yeah.
I can only imagine somebody that hasn't played Cyberpunk trying to watch this show
Mm-hmm.
and just being so freaking confused.
Yeah. But I think the basic idea is we have we have the concept of cyberspace, and which is basically just like, I guess let's say it's like a mental physical representation of like basically data and shit. So like you see yourself when you're doing a deep dive, when Lucy's doing a deep dive, or Kiwi, they have like basically like they see themselves physically navigating it, or they see themselves virtually navigating it. And then they bring up the ideas of daemons and viruses, which also are given like physical, or I guess virtual representations. So it's like it becomes very confusing to kind of grasp. But yeah, at least from what we saw, like this, I honestly don't know where the fuck to start. At least with this episode, we got a lot of backstory for Lucy and her development, and it kind of explains and justifies why she acts the way she does. However, I can't help but feel, as a slight criticism, her developments and demeanor, how she's portrayed as a character, has been sort of kind of erratic between episode to episode. Like at the beginning, she was just like this cool, mysterious figure in control. Towards like the middle point of the show, she was freaking out and afraid of Arasaka. And then in this episode, when it showed her in the apartment with D, I was kind of doubting, is this her? She's acting a little bit different.
Right.
And I don't know if I don't know what to like chalk that up to. Maybe it is maybe it is a little bit rushed. I just don't fully know. But or maybe it's due to past trauma she's had, because she did grow up in a Arasaka facility and was basically forced from a young age to be a net runner. And she's seen a lot of her colleagues die, and that probably could have messed her up mentally. So whenever, I guess, like the weight of Arasaka, like the threat of Arasaka is getting too much, it kind of triggers her in a sense. But at the same time, when Dee confronted her about that, she was saying she wasn't afraid anymore. So I'm just wondering, I'm just left to wonder a lot of things. And I just kind of wish, like, because there's so much that happened this episode, I'm just trying to piece it together still.
Yeah. And like you said, it was a lot of stuff that's like, I feel like we were just fed a lot of crumbs, but never the full meal.
Yeah.
And so it's like, I don't really know what to really make of what just happened.
Yeah. Even like maybe it's by like it's by intention that way.
Mhm.
I just think even from at least my experience with the game, I don't know how the rest of the Cyberpunk IP handles concepts such as Netrunners and cyberspace and the web, but at least from my experience with it, it is all very conceptually hard to grasp. And for them to kind of dump an explanation in, I guess, like a 5 to 10 minute segment towards the latter half of the episode of like in Lucy's past, it becomes very confusing. And so I can imagine, like you're saying, someone who has never seen Cyberpunk before, it can be kind of it does go over their head. But then I'm wondering, like, how do you properly explain such a like absurd concept like that?
Right.
I mean, it's like other shows have done like the idea of cyberspace and shit, but like I feel like for some Cyberpunk it's a bit different.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. In terms of what else happened in the episode, we saw like a little flash forward and to see like D put a gang together, like, or D taking over control of the gang, kind of got back a few of the former members who initially didn't were questioning whether he was able to, he had the chops for it, you know?
Yeah.
Which it looks like he has. Yeah, but D as a character, it looks like in this idea to he's kind of pursuing Maine as like an ideal, and is at least from,
I think that's more like Maine was his mentor.
Yeah, Maine was his mentor, so perhaps he's trying to become like Maine,
right?
Even down to getting all the cyberware and implants. Which again, I kind of mentioned it is a little bit foreboding, given what happened to Maine, and the warning from Kurosaki about him eventually losing control. But D just simply believes he's different. Whether or not that turns out to be the case, I don't know. And then towards the latter half, we had we saw some smaller things. Rebecca is hilarious as always. Kind of seems like she has a little bit of feelings for D. And then we have the reintroduction of Faraday, who I guess, I mean, he, in terms of what are your thoughts on Faraday? Besides him being Gus from Breaking Bad,
what are my thoughts on him?
Yeah, like to me, I feel like he's going to be set up as
Arasaka, but not Arasaka is my thought.
You think he's Arasaka adjacent?
Yeah,
he does look.
He's like the
corporate. Lesser
of two evils.
Yeah.
So, I do think he'll be the antagonist, but I feel like we haven't seen the last of like the Grandmaster of Osaka or whatever.
They name dropped Adam Smasher. So
they did. Yeah.
They did. So I don't know.
That's going to be very interesting.
Yeah. Goddamn.
I'm ready for the next episode.
Ready. I am as well. Very jumbled post discussion, but you know what?
That episode was very jumbled.
Yeah.
That's not to say I didn't like it, but it was just like that was a lot of information at once, and not all of it made sense. So,
and that's something I would need to watch back a couple of times. It's for my monkey brain to fully comprehend it.
All right.
Hit
that outro.
If you like our content, please consider dropping a like and subscribing. It does help out. And check out other videos. Check out our Patreon for additional content, early access of this series, so see up to episode 9, and see full-length reactions of all episodes, including this one. Socials in the description as well. Discord is too. Check that out. come talk to us, be a good time. That being said, thank you for watching. See you in the next one.